It's your boy DJ Voltron live on YouTube. I'm at the building. I also have Cybertron podcast. I had the building. You know what I'm saying? Definitely check out the building. So I got two different things, and also I got a lot of music on YouTube. Please like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. I say again, please push that like button and that subscribe button. Let's activate, man. Because you part of the Djvoltron team. When you pull up here on my line, you know what I'm saying, you enter Cybertron. So you're welcome to Energon Q's. Kick your feet up, you know what I'm saying, over here in Cybertron and, relax and to listen to the rhetoric, what I'm going to talk about. There's going to be some things you're not going to like. There's going to be some things you might like and some things you might be able to relate to. So, you know, even though I'm DJ Voltron, I love the Japanese robots. Right now, I got Towns.Da, for those that don't know, from back in the day. Towns.Da ski mask. He had a girlfriend named Aphrodite A. And to give you a little history about Aphrodite A, she was a dope robot that was Towns.Da's girlfriend, but she was banned from America because, check it out, she was a dope robot, but she would shoot her missiles right from chest, her titties. So, back in the day, they were like, oh, that's horrible. So they banned her, the robot. You can see online, what I'm saying, on YouTube here or whatever. I might even post it later. But yeah, she was a dope little robot. And what's crazy is that, my wife had brought from Japan, she had got me a statue of her. And there's another girl named Minerva. There's a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? So we got Voltage V, Combattler V, Shogun Warriors. There's so many robots. It's incredible. So, I brand myself around, the robots. I got the Voltronic store. Check out the Voltronic store. You know what I'm saying? If you're on here, you know what I'm saying, or, later on you come check me out, how it play out. Make sure you like and subscribe first. When you like and subscribe, you hit them Energon cubes, and then I'm going to activate. You know what I'm saying? So, with that said, peace, God. With that said, just activate the like button, activate the subscribe button. Let's get activated. Hello, guys. I'm so glad that y'all pulling up. You know what I'm saying? So hard to write your name, Matilda or whatever. What up? It's DJ Voltron, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about, my hobby. You know what I'm saying? I was raised on Japanese robots. I also have a Japanese wife. You know what I'm saying? Axel Pratt, what up? What up? Like and subscribe, man. Pull up, like and subscribe. I got a lot of music. Oh, I appreciate you. The day's going by good. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of music, man. Yes, a lot of music. So y'all like and subscribe, man. Check it out. I got reggae, R&B, hip hop, the whole 9 yards. You know what I'm saying? I got R&B. Yeah. What up, Nicholas? Nah, this is this is Towns.Da. So even though I'm DJ Voltron, right? I like the robots and all that, Yeah, it's kind of chilly out here in New York, Axel. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you see the breath or whatever, but it's a little chilly out here, tonight. It was getting a little warm and all of that. Y'all appreciate y'all pulling up, man, the DJ Voltron, man. Y'all could be anywhere else tonight, but you hanging out with the boy. It's time to activate. You're on Voltron's team. Like and subscribe, man. Activate, man. That's what we do here. We activate. We make it happen. I'm going to give you some Energon cues. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge. I'm going to definitely give you the Energon cues. You heard? Listen, I appreciate y'all. I know, where's everyone from? Vivian, what up? What's good? If I can't get a shout out, that's his rights. Yeah, I'm in the Bronx. Nicholas, salute, salute. You know, the show must go on, Vivian Word. Yeah, I'm up here reading the comments, man. So let me know what y'all think about the segregation ban. What y'all think about that? Yo, I would love to meet, Nicholas, I would love to meet Immortal Technique. I know a lot of artists. I was in the music, I'm in the music industry. So I met a lot of artists, and I don't like to really talk to a lot of artists because, as you know, they're arrogant. I got nothing but love. I want to show love. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I did later or whatever, I don't glorify that. That shit's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It's all about showing love, taking care of your children, and making it right with everybody. You know what I mean? But I know I'm talking about too much. Shout out to Famous Frills, DJ No Frills. Check him out on the radio station WWD860. Famous Frills, the honor to have you on here. You know what I'm saying? So back to the conversation. So what y'all think? What y'all think about the segregation ban being uplifted for Trump? You know what I mean? How many of y'all feel like you're gonna be affected? For those that don't understand, from another country, that means it's gonna be like white only water, white only bathrooms. Like we're going back to like damn near slavery. If he well, I don't know if he did it yet. If somebody knows if he did it yet, if they uplift the brand or whatever, I'm bugging out. If they uplift the band, I'm saying, for segregation. So, they're all pulling up. Like and subscribe, man. Pull up. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all pulling up. Yeah, Nicholas is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Famous Frill, man. It's an honor, man. Yeah, we the blessed. Yeah. Salute, salute, salute. So, yeah, the segregation ban is incredible. So, I see a lot of white people that's really concerned. And they said, it's our turn. I seen this lady say, it's our turn. They told us the black people could sit back. And they said, it's our turn to walk around and get hosed. That was the realest thing I ever heard a white woman say. She said, I'm not going to stand, as long as I got breath in my body, I'm not going to stand for the segregation ban. She said, we're going to be out there. If anybody's with me, we're going to be out there and march for the black people. And then you can have the black people that, like, kind of worry about the segregation, but at the end of the day, they say they don't want to be around white people anyway. So what y'all think? Do you think it's right? You think it's wrong? Yeah, I know, Frills. I mean, it could be BS, but we're going to see what happens because that's the end of this hottest talk right now. So, it's all over the internet about the ban, So, it's unfortunate, what I'm saying, that, a lot of black people voted for president and, Trump for president. It's just very unfortunate that we have to go through this situation. You know what I mean? So, also, I don't know how real it is. I know, what's it, March, I'm bugging out. April 20th, they said something about martial law is going to be in effect. Aztec, we are all brothers and sisters in Christ. Absolutely right, man. We on the world together, man. And I appreciate your comment. You know what I mean? Like and subscribe, man. Definitely pull up. I appreciate y'all pulling up too, man. You're in Cybertron, even though I'm at the building right now. You know what I'm saying? I've always been in another realm. I'll be thinking outside the earth. So, if them, I got to make it make sense, So, we could definitely have an energon cue for your comment, man. You know what I'm saying? It's all dealing with knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So, you definitely can get an energon cue. But I gotta do a thing where I could just send out energon cues for the ones that show love. The ones that troll, they're gonna get fucking Megatron or Decepticon, start screaming. We're gonna shoot them up. You know what I'm saying? So I can make it happen. All right, so I'm gonna come back later on for that information, Famous Frills. But yeah, they was saying I just caught the video briefly, and they was talking about how Elon Musk's father was a Nazi, and Elon Musk got a Nazi name, and it had something to do with Greenland and the way everything was set up. So eventually they said it's going to be declared martial law, and Trump's going to declare that, and I don't even know what's happening. There's a lot of speculation, like even with the segregation, like they're saying that I know one thing is true as far as segregation. They're kicking out the black people out the Marines, and that's a fact, But they want the Marines to shave. I don't know if you heard about it, but the black guys usually they got this disease, you get ingrown bumps, and they refuse to shave. So they're kicking out a lot of black Marines because they're not shaving. But you let me know. You know what I'm saying? Jack George, what up? You laughing? See you. So y'all let me know, man. What you think about the Marines or whatever. Should black people still participate if they want the black Marines in the military? Should we participate? Conspiracy. Right. Jack George says conspiracy, no such thing. Right. Just buy bump patrol. I hear you, famous reels. So yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like us, and it's not really a race thing. I'm just gonna call it as I call it. Like, us being black and the stuff that we go through with police brutality and oh, your boys is in the army? Yeah, I was in the army too, Jack George. I was in the Army National Guard. Yeah. So what I was saying is, like, the things that we go through, police brutality, not being able to go through certain towns like sundown towns. Oh, you're in the army as well? Okay. Okay, what branch? I was in Fort Benning, man. I'm retired. I was in Fort Benning. I served. You know what I mean? 11 hotel. So, you know, I don't know if your ethnicity, but like it's kind of sad that when I came out, and I went to Somalia, um, you know, and I served this country, and we still have police brutality, and we still have sundown towns, and black people in America is looked down upon. Now, I have other races in my blood, but I claim Afro American. I have Spanish and everything else. So yeah, please maybe, and then you got the sundown towns, like you ride around with your family and you make the wrong turn. Vigo, Texas, to name one of them. There's one in Arkansas, California. Just to name a few. You make the wrong turn, they go your family. You know, I'm gonna tell you one thing, Jack George. When I was in the military, we had Bloods and Crips starting, and I'm talking about. I don't want to tell my age. This is like 90 something though. You know what I'm saying? And that's when the Bloods and Crips, and they tried to get me involved, and we started getting into it. And I'm like, yo, in the army, Jack George, I appreciate you pulling up, man. I appreciate you, man. Like and subscribe. We had this discussion again. You know, people just pulling up. So back to what I was saying, man, about the segregation, and the sundown towns, the police brutality. I actually got songs on here. You can check it out. About police brutality, sundown towns. We have about black inventors. Salute to the boys that were rolling 60s. Yeah. If they was, I don't know what's going on with the big U thing. You know what I mean? But God bless y'all, man. I hope y'all are safe. But when it comes down to the come down, man, we might need y'all to unite. I was part of the Decepticon gang in Brooklyn years ago. I don't know if you heard of it, but you know, um, I'm neutral, I'm older, and that's another thing. I'm gonna get into that about being, a certain age and acting crazy, because you got a lot of 50-year-olds that's fighting each other, like Jim Jones and Cameron, and then Kanye West got beef. There's a lot of 50-year-olds out here fighting. I'm gonna get into that. You be good, Jack George. So, I appreciate people like Jack George that pull up, and anybody else want to talk and give me that the insight of what they believe, or tell me where they from or wherever they from. You know what I'm saying? So, if y'all pull up later and you like and subscribe, because I'm gonna be on here a lot more discussing subjects. So make sure that you You like and subscribe first, and then you're gonna hear things. You might hear things that you might not like that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm that type of dude. I will say things that people don't like to say. And if I have to suffer the consequences, so be it. I've been in here on the earth long enough, so I don't really have no fear about any. You see where I'm at? I'm in the Bronx late night. I think it's like 1 and 2 in the morning. I don't know. Call it a bluff, 1, 2, whatever. But it ain't no tough guy shit. It's just that shit gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is what it is. You got to make sure you're right with the Creator. I feel like I'm right. I might not follow the Bible or the Quran, but I do have the Creator, the energy that I feel from Him within my heart. So look, I'm all over the place, and I apologize that. So how we got sundown towns in 2025, it really concerns me that we have sundown towns in 2025. How does this work? You know what I'm saying? You can't go in certain places in America as a minority, but they call this the land of the free. How does this work?
What? Zeus.
So, yeah. I don't know. Big ass pit bull just pulled up on me. So, he was friendly though. So that's why I paused a little bit. But, sundown towns, man. 2025. And we have politicians, like I put in the song. I wrote the song. We have politicians that won't do nothing about the sundown towns. And then it's the police brutality that happens over and over and over again. Where's the laws to protect the minorities? Where are our laws to be protected at? You know what I'm saying? Police brutality is over and over again. How does this work? Where are our laws? They got the laws for the, I think, what's the face, the gay people. I think Trump got rid of that. They got laws for the Asian people, so you don't abuse them. Where are our laws? No. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. I serve for this country. We have police brutality. We have sundown town. That means I can't go certain parts of America, a lot of different parts, without either the villagers trying to kill me or the police is trying to kill me. And then you end up in another country. You safer in another country than you safe in your own country. But, some people just love America. And that's what makes people so blind. I don't know if it's the money. I don't know. It's like, I feel like I'm in the wrong country. I'm watching people overseas going out 3 in the morning. Don't have to worry about stick-up kids, police beating them up. They just enjoying life like you're supposed to and feeling safe in another country. But here in America, like right now, I'm in the BX. Somebody could run up on me and just off me right now. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. They don't care who you are. You could be the toughest nigga. If a nigga say you gotta go, you gotta go. I'm tired of living like this, man. I'm tired of living without safety. Other countries are safe. I can't go to Virginia or certain towns in Atlanta without getting destroyed because of race. They said America's the most powerful country. I get it. The most beautiful country. I don't agree. Because we don't have freedom like we supposed to. I can't go to the sundown towns. I can't go to the villages. If I go get some gas in a sundown town, the sun is down. It means them good old boys is out. So if I'm with my family in the sundown town and the good old boys is out, what happens to my family? If they don't get it, then the police pull me over and they off because I'm too close to their town. They gotta knock them towns down and sundown and start it all over again. Or the politicians gotta put up a law. Why is it so hard to protect the black people in America, but you could protect gays, and my wife, but you can protect Asian and other, different groups. But minorities is like, well, you know what I'm saying? You're all on your own. Police brutality, like it should be some type of law or something where it shouldn't be police brutality happening over and over, people getting murdered over and over and over again. This should not happen. Well, famo, when you in a sundown town, what I mean is like when you ride through and you have to go get gas, like I said earlier, and you pull over to get gas, you got the good old boys that might be at the gas station, or something, or if you have a flat tire, you ride it through, you know, that's when you get approached, and then the police will harass you because they don't like you, you know what I'm saying? Because most of these towns is KKK. Like Ohio, there's a big thing going on in Ohio right now where they ran the Nazis out. And they ran the Nazis out, then the KKK came in and dropped flyers on the black people. So now the black people they andied up, over there. They got the ladies and the men, and they taking the children to school with M16s. And it looks horrible. It looks horrible. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So a lot of YouTubers I do see be hanging in sundown towns, and some of the towns like Viga, they say they're not sundown towns no more. There's a lot of things that's it's not sundown towns no more. There's a lot of different towns and what have you. So you know it's just this whole American thing. Everybody wants to be American, but we don't have our rights. You know, people. You know what I'm saying? Please wake up. You know what I'm saying? You love America so much, but I'm just saying. I'm talking. Let me talk to the black people. I'm gonna say minorities. You know what I'm saying? So y'all love America so much, but you still have police brutality. But well, not anymore. Trump, I think Trump got rid of it, but the gay people were safe. What happens? What happens with that? Like, you know, Asian people are safe. They had laws. Where's the laws for the minorities? Well, the black. I'm gonna say black. Where are laws at? You know, what happened to our race? We don't even stick together. You know, the women are going crazy. They saying, oh, you gotta have money. This and that. Maybe segregation is good. Make people unite more. Hmm. Thoughts. Maybe segregation is good. Maybe we need that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying slavery because nobody wants to be in slavery. But at least that people that's so separated in America because they think people got big heads. Oh, I'm better than you. I'm blood. I'm crip. I'm Seventh-day Adventist. I'm a Jehovah Witness. Everybody thinks they better than everybody in America. So maybe segregation is good for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I say for y'all because I have a plan to get up out of here sooner or later. I don't like the way things is going. You know what I'm saying? Me, my ideology, and I see a lot of people caught on, America's not good for a black man. You know what I'm saying? Afro-American man is not good. And you could say, and this is my ideology. A lot of y'all got one thought mind and, maybe blind, what I'm saying, to the fact that, oh, America's good to me. Some of y'all scared to go and meet a challenge. A lot of y'all might be scared to meet a challenge and do different things. Because, America's all you know, and I get it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think maybe segregation is good to make everybody unite and, get rid of the buffoonery. Nobody has to be, you know, out here doing gang banging and disrespecting each other and everything else. So you say how you don't understand the laws of this land and you're gonna leave. Your inheritance. Now here's the thing. So I had a conversation with a couple brothers, and you know, we don't really inherit anything. Like at the end of the day, our numbers are business. Our social security numbers. And fast forward moving, you have people just gang banging, claiming, or people just claiming they from different cities. I'm gangster. I'm thug. I'm this and that. You know, but I'm not doing nothing. Nobody can come around here. But they don't own land. I mean, they don't own property. They don't own no stores in the community. So they're real tough, on the land. But as soon as that white man come through, you know what I'm talking about, man, that force, the alpha, when they come through, and they say, yo, it's time to get off that block. We gonna lock you up. Guess what? Guess what? As soon as they bring you off the block, what you gonna do? You gonna tell the white man, the cops, I ain't going nowhere. They gonna have that same energy you have for your other black people. You know what I'm saying? No, I ain't going nowhere, cop. You know what I'm saying? This is my block. I'm from fucking Fulton Street. I'm from Fordham. You know what I'm saying? You think they want to hear that? I don't even think it's gonna go down. Oh sir, I see it. You turn on YouTube, you see them all the time. So gangster, nobody come around here. I'm busting mad guns, and I'm gangster, this and that. As soon as the officer come, oh yes sir. You know what I'm saying? Like their whole language changed. When one time come through, their whole language, they talk a different language. You know what I mean? All that gangster shit went out the door. You know? It's a YouTube moment, man. I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. You know what I mean? Salute to Don Steve's art. Check out his artwork. He's a good artist. Um, yeah, I definitely appreciate y'all, man. I'm trying to give y'all some energy on cues. This is DJ Voltron hour. I'm at the building. You know what I mean? Cybertron podcast is coming back. Just rearranging some things. Music is crazy on YouTube. Look at the music. I got reggae. I got R&B. I put that work in. Bam. You want to purchase music, go to bandcamp.com. Should have put it down here below. You know what I'm saying? I will have something for donations for. I'm gonna put up what I'm trying to do with the young children. So I will have donations charity for that. To move these kids off the street and help them feed, across seas, other countries, and show the kids, the gangbanger kids, the young kids, I'm talking like 14, 13, so they have a life. There's a lot of 15-year-olds. There's a 15-year-old that just died a day ago, and I'm heartfelt for a 15-year-old. The age I am, that could have been my grandchild. Like, they don't live. They didn't ever live life. And it's a shame because it's like, what are these young boys dying for? Behind a set, a street, even a little girl. Like, can't they just live their life just a little bit more? And so many of them dying out here at the age of 14, 15, and little girls too. So, I'm definitely heartfelt. I'm very, very touched, by the children that not able to enjoy life and travel and see the world. It's more than the stoop and the deli, and this is all they know. And I fault us old heads for not teaching them. It's crazy because all they want to do is lay up with their mom, but they're not teaching the kids. They teaching them the wrong thing. So there's a lot of things that I can't fix. You know what I'm saying? I would love to fix it. I can't change the world. But, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that's going on. Very sad, very sad, very sad situation. You know. But yeah, I was talking about segregation. And maybe I don't like it, you know. But maybe it's a good thing. Maybe we start standing together like we're supposed to. Oh, so to answer your question, my kids ain't kids anymore. They grown. They're grown. So, you know, um, they went to college. I think I did a good job. me and their mother, you know. Um, but the kids out here, they had they mom on they. I don't want to disrespect, but some of the mothers be on their back or in the park drinking Henny, and the kids is running around the street running wild. You know what I mean? And then the fathers don't want to be fathers. I don't know what they doing, or they just missing. So unfortunately, Johnny, what up? How you doing? I appreciate y'all pulling up, man. You know what I mean? So though, share, man, share the live, man. Let's get it up. Let's get this up to at least a G. A lot of people pulling up, man. You good, Johnny? Word. Appreciate you, man. You know what I mean? How's the? It's just the Johnny I know. How's the music? This is pop. If not, man, nice to meet you, Johnny. Okay, okay. Sublight. Yeah, man. I'm just over here like venting, man. Just venting. I mean, so a lot of people don't raise their kids right. They, alcohol, drugs, and everything else. So, okay. So he's saying, what advice do you have for men like you dealing with today's world? Oh, I was talking about Johnny. I was talking about segregation. You know, Donald Trump and all that. You know, as far as segregation. So my advice is like I'm really tired of giving advice. Like I just gotta live my life. You know what I'm saying? Because and if I can help the children, because like you said, men. Men is dealing with today's world. They gotta figure it out, man. Because I'm tired of talking. Nobody wants to listen. Everybody has their own mind. See, they're grown. See, the child, you can still mold their mind to being positive and being the greatest person they can ever be. You know what I mean? But the men, a lot of people are lost in America, and it's tiresome, man. It's just, I can't make people think the way I think. So it's very tiresome. The grown men, they're doing certain things out here, and I'm not saying I'm better than anybody, by far. But I'm just talking about what I observe in my ideology. You have grown men running around here, wow, just doing the most. So, they got the Benz and the Bentley riding around, with an arrogant attitude. The whole system is crazy. So they go pick up the women in the car with the nice car. The women don't like you. Like, it's not like the '90s when women like your looks. It's not like that no more. You know what I mean? It's like it's all about a business now. Relationship. There's no more love. Back in the '90s when you was listening to Jodeci and Tony and all that, yo, bananas. It's gonna get a little loud because this truck be bugging sometime, man. You know what I mean? Hitting the fucking horn and all that. So it's gonna get a little loud here. So like I'm for y'all to tune in, whatever. Tell it to honk, right? So love ain't real, man. In this today's era, this is a money thing. So the whole system, like you try to teach a grown man, or not teach, you try to tell. You can't teach a grown man nothing. You try to get into the game, and they feel like, okay, well, your bank account ain't the same as my bank account, or you're not like and I was wrong for that. I mean, I'm practice what I preach. You're not 50 Cent. You know what I'm saying? So, why I'm gonna listen to your ideology, your knowledge, your information. What can you bring to the table? You said, have you mentored anyone to advance your thought on manhood? Yeah, I mentored, a few people, man. I mean, just sitting there talking to a lot of young dudes, even the dudes that's not, living that life. I don't want to say too much, you know what I'm saying, but living that life, out here, um, even my own stepson, a lot of people. Yo, you the king of the world. Famous Frills, what up? The king of the world. Yeah, yeah, the king of the world, man. The world is yours, though. Like I said, man, it's your own dimension. The men they gotta stand up and help these children out, man. Yeah, the money system today is screwed with this price and stuff, man. Yeah, the inflation and it's just everything is crazy. And now it's crazy because I have a lot of people that I never thought would like move to Thailand. They hit me up. They like, yo, you right, man. You right about the foreign women. I'm moving to Thailand. Yo, it's crazy because like, you get a young boy, he gets up online. He says Thailand is better than this. I'm on live, bro.
Excuse me, but I got a bit clippers for sale. Brand new egg.
What's it called?
I got some clippers. I got the regular clippers and eggs. They go for 30, then they go for 15. That's what I mean to fly.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, no problem.
You caught me. You caught me.
Never been used, bro.
Yeah, but you caught me. I ain't even got my shit on me.
No, you good.
Yeah. Damn, wish I could have caught you. All right. So I apologize for that. So, yeah, Packer, let's talk about the eggs though. $20 for eggs, man. That's diabolical work. You know, diabolical work. So, frame of thought, like, just the whole system is rigged. The whole system, man. The whole system is rigged. Yeah, right. But this is the streets, bro. And you know how it is. Like now, you tell somebody to do something. Even like in the deli, like a lot lately when niggas get go mouth to mouth, niggas would stab you and shoot you out here now. So you got to be humble. Unfortunately, it's not like before when you could just go wild. It's like a whole new breed after COVID. Like I swear that's a whole different conversation. So I swear we like in a parallel dimension because there's a lot of weirdos, a lot of different things happening. You know, but like we're gonna get back to it though. Yeah, life support. Niggas be on life support, mouth to mouth. Famous Frills in the building. Oh, Meme BX. Tuning in. Famous Frills is on here, Mimi. He might know you as Lily. Yeah, the whole family on here. Cousin Don on here. Famous Frills on here. Word. But if you don't have the discipline, life is rough. No, in the middle of reworking of American society, you never lied, famo. You never lied. It's rough out here, man. You know. Famous DJ from Philly talking about he's from Brooklyn. Crazy for that. You gotta check in, nigga. You gotta check in. You're gonna have fun with it. You're gonna have fun with it. Definitely gotta check in when you come to the Bronx and see me, boy. Famous Frill, man. Radio disc jockey, iHeart Radio, LL Rock the Bells Radio. He got an LL Cool J check. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the, like, that's a legend. And he got the check. He got a Rock the Bells radio jacket. And it's like, he was on Sway show, and I met some more artists, famous artists through him. Salute to him, you know what I'm saying? So, this is a good thing, you know what I mean? Salute. All right? So, yeah, why the bricks got 4 layers of dirt, right? Of course, man, that's what we do. That's what we do, Frills. Definitely, man. Definitely. And a word to the wise, and I don't want to give out too much information because this is the internet. But Frills gave me a $2,000 DJ equipment system, and I just set it up. Not done, but I'm still setting it up. You know what I mean? And I appreciate him for like even, you don't meet good friends like that really extend their hand. It's always people that want something from you. You know what I'm saying? But nobody wants to, you know, you know, contribute. So, unfortunate. It's good to have good friends like that around you. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna probably do it later on. Like you see, I'm outside, but I'm definitely gonna show you the equipment. I'm definitely gonna be scratching and all that. I'm doing a lot of things, man. Like you can even Johnny check the music out. Make sure you like and subscribe, man. I got instrumentals, I got R&B, I got reggae. You know, I didn't even put a hip hop album in. I got a mixtape album, but it's on Bandcamp. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother affiliate. You know what I mean? That's New York cousin right there. Philly's the New York cousin, Philadelphia. Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Everybody is pulling up. People is watching, not saying anything. I appreciate y'all in the building. You know what I mean? Energy on cues for everybody. We gonna get that energy out. The energy on cues for everybody. You know what I mean? Phil's got like a stack of energy on cues for me. So, and the Famo's in here. He got energy on cues for me too. You know. So yeah, I was talking about segregation. I was like, man, a lot of people upset with it. A lot of people ain't. And I put this music out. To rise up and ban the Klan because now all of a sudden MAGA feeling themselves. Even in Orlando, there's a neo-Nazi rise up. How come like the neo-Nazis don't come to the Bronx? How come they don't come to Philly? I don't know where you from, Johnny. You know what I'm saying? But wherever city, how come they go to like places like Orlando? Like nice, and they stand in front of Disney World where the kids is at. So that's even like you could tell that they pussy. You know what I'm saying? Because they standing where the kids is at. So y'all cowards and pussies. That means you want to harass little black kids that come through that gate. Come to Coney Island with your bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Nazis. Come to Coney Island. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to go to Disneyland and all that shit. Those suburban areas. Come to Coney Island, man. How about y'all go to North Philly? You know what I'm saying? Or Southwest. Why don't y'all march through there? You know what I mean? Center City. Matter of fact, why don't you where they having the Roots cookout? Picnic? Is it the Roots picnic or whatever? Frills? The Rocky Steps? Why don't y'all pull up over there? KKK Nazis. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is directed to them, man. Like, come here to the Bronx with your bullshit. Come down Fordham Road. Come down Fordham Road with your bullshit. Go to Brooklyn with your bullshit. Go to Queens. Matter of fact, I think y'all so pussy. Why don't y'all go to Yonkers? You know what I'm saying? Since y'all so tough and y'all want to push this shit and tell niggas they need to go back and other minorities. If these other minorities unite with us, we'll be undefeated, man. We destroy you. Y'all be running to y'all protectors. It's called the police. You know what I'm saying? That's what y'all got. The protectors. And pretty soon it's gonna be a civil war. I see it coming because brothers are getting tired of y'all bullshit, man. And keep talking that shit, because what you're doing is, we separated, yeah, we might be killing each other, but now you're uniting us. Even with the segregation, you're putting us together right now. So, keep with y'all bullshit, man. Keep it up. Keep it up. It's gonna be bad, y'all, man. It's gonna end bad. It's gonna end bad. I can't believe. And then you got the mayor, Disney, Orlando, Florida. Neo-Nazis is standing in front of, the police ain't even did anything. They stand in front of Disney World, Disneyland. How does this work? Look at the society we live in. But y'all love America, but nobody's doing anything to make it better. You know what I'm saying? MAGA, make America great again for who? For the white people? What about the black people? We helped build it. I just put out a record about black inventors and black CEOs that helped build this country. Did y'all listen to it? Maybe some of y'all did. They be telling you some of y'all's like program. You don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that there's black inventors. You want to hear that a black man made the helicopter. You don't want to hear that a black woman made chemotherapy, to help your family make it through cancer situations. Y'all don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that, you know, we, the black people made cell phone accessories. Moses West turned air to water. Corporations are still in his idea. He turned air to water. How brilliant is that? You don't want to hear I can't pronounce his name. I think it's Markel or Marks Maxwell. Y'all could do your research. He got a self-empowered car, that's killing Elon Musk's business right now. And they trying to play the brother. They're not even getting a patent. It's like there's a lot of black people that help that make this country, but the neo-Nazis running around here, and the Klan is feeling like, oh, we contributed to this country as much as they did, and a lot of white people realize that. They waking up. Segregation, man, should have happened. Now, I know it's all over the place, man. I appreciate people pulling up. I wanted to answer people that ask questions and everything else. But that segregation ban and the police brutality and the sundown towns really bother me. Now, if you ride around thinking life is just beautiful and you're not worried about it because you're not near sundown town, it could be a problem because one day you might be riding around, with your family, your little girlfriend or whatever, and you make the wrong turn and didn't know it was a sundown town. Now you almost lost your life, or you did lose your life, or your girlfriend lost her life. Now you're all sad because you didn't pay attention to it. It always takes when it's home. That's when you want to go to war. Like police brutality is always there. Nobody really care. But when it touches with somebody in your family, now you calling on everybody, and it shouldn't be like that. Live your life, man. But stay aware of what's going on and try to contribute and try to help other people. This is what we felt, in the 90s and even early 60s and before I was born, and the mother and the father was home, in the 60s. We were strong. We was very strong as black people. I'm gonna do this again, man. I got a couple co-hosts that I'm gonna be pulling up. I've been trying to put this music out, and I've been doing a lot of different things. Like I said, y'all check this video out later on. I'm gonna do some lives more often too. Definitely gonna do some lives more often. So, what Voltron like to do, man. I hope y'all like my mask. You know what I mean? Towns.Da. Towns.Da. I'm gonna do a little shorts too. So check out the shorts of different Japanese robots that I wish I grew up on, that was here in the States, and robots that I did grow up on, and like I said, check out the Voltronic store, check out the music, check out the podcast, and with that said, man, salute. Y'all got your energon cubes, and it's time for your brother DJ Voltron to deactivate. I might change my name for Cybertron Podcast, but I'm always going to be DJ Voltron. You know what I'm saying? So, right thing, I got to reconstruct Cybertron Podcast because I want it to be good for y'all and more entertaining. I will have donation super chat on my lives. Feel free to donate, send me some love, and I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to the bag. I know it's late. I'm trying to find my niche, the right time. I think 5 o'clock. I think I'm going to start doing 5, 6 o'clock. I'm actually going to do a video, like a little skit or something to let y'all know, a little commercial. exactly what time I figure out I'm going to do Cybertron podcast. And then the building is going to be done sporadically. So I don't know when I'm going to do the building. But when I do the podcast, that's definitely going to be scheduled on scheduled times. And I might do it live, or pre-recorded. But y'all will definitely, and hopefully y'all check in. I got some good energon cues. When I say energon cues, it's jewels, it's knowledge. You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, I done talked enough, I done babbled. It's time to deactivate.